If you enjoy the works of Bill Lawrence, who brought us Scrubs, Cougar Town, Shrinking, Ted Lasso, and you enjoy the comedic timing of Vince Vaughn, then you may just enjoy Bad Monkey. So far, I'd say this show seems very much worth your time, so with that in mind, let's talk about Bad Monkey. Bad Monkey has had 4 episodes so far, and I feel like now is as good a time as any to talk about it. So while this is not a full season review, it is my thoughts on the show so far. This show follows a detective who is downgraded to a food inspector while being pulled into a murder mystery involving an arm that is discovered by a fisherman. That's a mouthful of a summary, and it does sound kind of strange, doesn't it? Right away, the most impressive part about the show has to be Vince Vaughn. This man understands comedic timing, and I am so thrilled to see him in a Bill Lawrence show. And I say that because nobody meshes comedy and drama quite as well as Bill Lawrence, and Vince Vaughn knows how to do both, so these two were meant to find each other. And if you've seen any of Bill Lawrence's shows like Ted Lasso or Shrinking, then you'll immediately recognize his signature style with the show. Now, typically his TV shows lean on the comedy, but it's the drama moments that really surprise you and truly stand out. Just look at Ted Lasso and Scrubs. Both of those shows are very funny and yet very touching. Ted has a lot of complex pain, but he hides it behind his smile and his positivity because it's easier to project happiness and to project strength than to show people who you really are. And I think the same could be said of Jason Segal's character in Shrinking. And I expect that there's a lot more going on with Vince Vaughn's character, Andrew Yancey, in this show as well, although we haven't really started getting into the depth of this guy yet. Apple TV Plus really struck gold when they partnered with Bill Lawrence. This guy has gave them some great shows already, and I am looking forward to seeing this collaboration continue. I can only imagine what's going to happen in the future. Now, jumping back to Vince Vaughn, this man has had a very dynamic career. He knows how to do comedy and he knows how to do drama, both very well, but his fast talking style, his comedic timing, and his personality just really suit him for comedy. As a matter of fact, while I was watching the show, I couldn't help but be taken back to Wedding Crashers.
I just want a bicycle! Why are you yelling at me?
His character in that movie is kind of similar to his character in this show, but I would say Andrew Yancey from this show is far more honorable of a person than Jeremy Gray from Wedding Crashers. So-so detective or sleazeball that goes to weddings to sleep with people. I'd say this person's better. He's extremely easy to watch, and I think it's an absolute treat that we get to see him in a TV series. We get multiple 1-hour episodes of this guy. I feel like I'm being spoiled. This show takes place in Miami and the Keys, and you can tell that they actually filmed there, which is nice. The scenery is beautiful, and as with most Apple TV Plus shows, it's visually stunning. The beach views and cityscapes really highlight the magic of South Florida. It's not all magic, but it is definitely a one-of-a-kind place, and I can very much see why they choose to make so many movies and TV shows take place down here. It just has so much to offer. Natalie Martinez gets to share a lot of screen time with Vince, and I have to say, these two really do have fantastic chemistry. She's got the spunk needed to share the screen with him, and there's something so captivating and authentic about her character. She really does feel like she belongs in Miami, that's for sure, and I can say that because I actually live down here. I've seen the people. She fits right in. As a matter of fact, I think the whole cast really nails their performances. You even get to see Zach Braff in the show.
I have a few questions.
What time is it?
Just past bathrobe time, so you're still good.
Okay.
And that's really exciting because Zach Braff was the star of Scrubs, also a Bill Lawrence show, like I said. So he's reuniting and bringing back some of his old school actors. And sure, he's looking a little bit older than he did when he was JD, but it is still very exciting to see him in the show. And his role, I'm not going to get into it, but it's exciting to see him. Now, there are still 6 episodes left because this first season is going to have 10 episodes. I say first season because I'm assuming that this is going to get a second season. I don't really know for sure, but it looks like it's going to happen because Ted Lasso and Shrinking, they all got multiple seasons. Scrubs got multiple seasons. It's most likely that this is going to get a second season. But that being said, there is still 6 episodes, so I cannot provide an actual score on this series so far, but I'm going to just tell you I am very much enjoying it. And if you enjoy Bill Lawrence's work, and if you really miss Vince Vaughn and you want to see some of that comedy that he brought to Wedding Crashers and so many other roles, honestly, then this show is very much going to scratch that itch and you're going to be very entertained. So that's my thoughts on the show so far. Have you seen the show? If you haven't seen it, I really recommend you give it a try. If you have seen it, please put your thoughts on it in the comments. And by the way, if you liked this video, please hit the like button. And if you want to hear more things from me and see the final review of this first season, then subscribe to this channel. Later.